Okay, we're back here with Smokin' Joe again. And Joe, what's the story tonight?
I don't know. It's a story you want me to tell you about. How did it start? About the bookends.
Right, yes.
Yeah, I had a band called the Bookends one time, and how I ended up in the Maritimes. That's how I ended up my whole life.
Right.
I ended up having a wife in the Maritimes, having a girlfriend now, having you as a friend. Oh, anyway.
How'd you come up with the name Bookends?
Well, the Bookends. And I'm from Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, of course, and my good buddy Roger, real good songwriter and best friend for years, as my girlfriend here, Beverly, can vouch for me. We couldn't decide on a name when we went on the road, so I looked at Roger, and I said, Raj, I said, look at this. I got a little black spot right here.
Now that isn't from someone throwing a cigarette up at you or something.
No, and Roger had one on the other side, eh?
Okay.
So
Nobody threw a cigarette at him either.
No. So
right.
I said, I think we should call ourselves the Bookends. So that's, we called ourselves the Bookends, eh?
Okay.
And anyway, like in them days I was really green, Rob. And I mean, we were pretty good, but we weren't that fabulous because we didn't actually do that many jobs together. So I went to Toronto, and I went to a booking agency, and I said, I got a band. I said, and I would like to be booked. And the guy looked at me and says, I said, what do I do? He says, well, buddy, he says, the first thing to do if you want to play, he says, you got to get me a picture. I said, okay, you get me a picture, and I'll put my name on it. And he didn't even hear how we were, right? Even if we were any good or any bad or whatever, you know. Like
Right.
he says, get a picture.
Sign here.
He says, get a picture.
Yeah.
So we got a picture, and he stamps his logo on it. Bud Matin Entertainment. So anyway, he was a little bit in them days. He says, well, we'll just send him to a few dumps. You know, like,
right.
Like instead of sending us to a good club, he sent us to a few dumps. But the dumps were good in them days.
To the toilet? The dump?
No, the dump.
Oh, you mean a club?
The club.
I thought you meant send you to a toilet to have a dump. Yeah, all right, okay. All right, okay.
To a dumpy club. But he didn't realize when we went to the dumpy clubs, everybody thought we're fabulous.
Right.
So he said, so he booked us at another dump. And he kept booking us at dumps.
You guys should have been called the dumpsters. Okay.
But we were good, eh? So he said then he started trying us at better places, eh? We went from the dumps to the Holiday Inns.
Yeah.
And then we went to Howard Johnson's, eh? So we started from the dumps, to the good places. And that's how I ended up down in Cape Breton. But anyway, my story was about when Roger and I were in Barrie. Well, something's really strange happened to us in Barrie. Barrie was a town where there's a lot of motorcycle gangs would come into the clubs and would have drinks and all that. And then we were doing a gig one night, and we were playing, and both Roger and I, like we were just straight people, might have a drink and that, we're nothing fancy, eh? And so these guys came in.
You guys weren't doing Quaaludes or peyote or any of that stuff?
No.
Heroin? No? Okay.
No. Anyway, we came in and we were on the stage. And then we just, and the guy, and this motorcycle gang came in. And my God, they had chains. They had long, scruffy hair. They looked like animals.
And like so they stunk in the dump.
I don't know if they stunk or not.
Yeah, so they needed a bath or something.
I don't know if they needed a bath or whatever. But they came in, okay? And here we are, we were dressed up with little suits. I mean, like, we look like, like ordinary little easygoing people, entertainers. So they come in, and so they took a little liking to us. They said, so they invited us to the table and said, boys, sit down. I said, how are you? They started asking a few questions on that. He said, we're going to treat you tonight. He says, "You were gonna give you something to smoke." I said, "I don't do that stuff." And one of the guys, he had the knife there, right? And I seen it. He said, he stood up. He said, "Buddy, you're gonna smoke tonight, whether you like it or not."
Okay.
So at this point we had we had no choice.
You had no chains to fight back
no
with.
chains to fight back. We just had to we had to smoke.
Right.
Anyway, they made us smoke the stuff.
Right.
And I'm telling you, Rob, I have never been out of my entire life. I was never out of it like that. I don't know what they did to it, where it came from, but I was totally annihilated, and so was Roger. And we were playing there. We were all discoordinated. They were all laughing at us. And of course, this is near the end of the night. Thank the Lord, because if it was the beginning of the night, it would have been disastrous. But anyway, it was just unbelievable. I couldn't even. We were wobbling. And then we had to quit a little early, and then I quit early. And for some reason, Roger disappeared. And Roger disappeared, and I didn't know where he was, and I was frantic. I was totally.
Is his last name Copperfield or something?
No,
is he a magician or something?
No, Roger Legacy is his name.
Oh, okay.
And he's a great musician.
So disappeared? You mean
he disappeared?
He don't know where he went.
I didn't know
either.
where he went. I was just beside myself, eh? And to this day, I don't know where he went. And then, and the next morning, like I found him and I said, "Raj, how could you do this to me? Like you should never do that. I said, you know, you could have been killed and all that." Eh? And that was my experience of Barry with the motorcycle gang.
Right on.
I know. I guess that's it there.
Well,
Rob.
that's a disappearance act to remember.
Yes.
All right, Joe. Thanks for that one, and we look forward to the next one.
Okay.
All right, brother.